Hey YouTube, it's Monday night and I thought I would do the deck profile of the deck I played at the Sunday Chunin. I didn't go to the Saturday Chunin, or I went but I didn't play. I overslept because I just decided that sleeping was worth more than a Chunin. I have the deck profile of the deck I played. If you saw the deck profile with Saul, you might know that I'm playing essentially the same deck, but I'm going to give a little bit of different explanations for certain cards and how I felt certain cards performed throughout the tournament. I lost in top 8 because I didn't go first, essentially. I had game the following turn, but I lost, and if I had won the coin flip or the die roll, I would have won, but oh well. Ryan Severin ended up beating me with his Genjutsu deck, which might be up on my channel in like a week or two, but it might not. But it was a cool JI Genjutsu deck that was really, really good. Um, and so let's get on with the deck profile. 2 10 10. She filters an extra card to get your combo off. She gets rid of the cards you don't need in your hand, which a lot of the time you draw into your late drops that you don't want, and you can dump them. You get a new card and potentially mill, which is good because you want to get rid of as many cards in your deck as possible to use your Rainy Rebirth. 3 Sheik Outlet. It beats everything, or it ties with another Shikamaru at the cost of a card, but if you curve this into Eno, it's irrelevant really because you're always getting an extra card because you have six mental power on the board. So he's really strong when you curve out into Eno, or if you curve Sasuke Shika because they usually can't beat either of them unless they curve with their Shikamaru or Sasuke. And then, as I was saying, Sasuke. He's just a beat stick, gets 2 battle awards, turns into Danzo if I need the support, or if he's injured, and just a good opening. And then Hotaru's kind of the same thing as 10-10, can cycle through cards, get cards you don't want in your hand to your discard pile, Hotaru can keep doing it with Flashpoint. Really good 0-drop, and it's water and wind, which is good elements to have for this deck. And unlike Saul, he played 2. I played 3 Eno, because Eno is absolutely busted. Best card in the format, in my opinion. Yeah, so I don't know why he was playing 2, but I decided a third one was quite necessary. 3 Naruto for the mill and the rush aspect. Really powerful opening with him and Sasuke. They curve a guy that is like 3 combat on 0 and you go first into Sasuke Naruto, you are probably going to win that game unless they hit some crazy JI combo or some stupid jutsu like Tetragram early. But yeah, if you hit Sasuke Naruto, you're on track to win. Wanted Tamari. Tamari was great because sometimes you could just win by rushing, and so you could knock out the jutsu in their hand to stop your that would have stopped your mind transfer. And she lets you see the opponent's hand, so you know if you can go off, you know if you can safely use your Sakura's Tears to win the game, or your Rainy Rebirth to win the game. And so yeah, she was really, really strong. And she's a great target for Sheik's Decision because you get the draw of it. 2 Shino, just kill any card your opponent has that's going to stop you from winning the game, whether it's Kiranai or Mission Negation or Jutsu. It's a really, really good card, and it's revitalized, so when you're milling and you hit this, it means you have less of a chance to deck out because these are always going back, and a lot of the time you're shuffling your deck, your Sheikah's Decisioning stuff, so they shuffle back in, and they reduce the chances of you decking out, and I actually sided a 3rd revitalized card, which would have, if I didn't take all 3 revitalized cards, or 2 of the 3 revitalized cards as BRs, I would have won my first round game, but I didn't because of that. But really good card. And it's wind, which is an important color for your hand cost. 2 Suigetsu just to stop all the annoying effects. A really good thing I like with him is you can just use his effect just to get rid of a ninja in your chakra area so you can Rainy Rebirth it. That was really helpful to get like my Deidara, which is a crucial card in the combo, into my chakra or my discard pile a couple of times during the tournament. He was really good and quality stats. One Kiernai. Kiernai was great because you just sometimes if you don't have the tiers and you're holding on to a rebirth, you need like that extra 1 or 2 turns to get to 6, so you can win with the combo. And she's wind to pay for the tiers too. And a lot of the times a lot of the games I played, if I had one more turn, I would have won. So I want to bump Kiernai up to 2. It's just a matter of finding room. One Hedon. This is a potential card to cut for Kiernai. I do like it because it won Saul a game. I watched that, and it won me a couple of games. That extra BR is really helpful because after you rebirth, you can use Daydar's. You can usually end up using Daydar's effect twice because of Kabuto. But if they're only at 5 and you need to win that turn, because you know that they're gonna hit you with something like a Kakashi that's gonna get free battle rewards if you didn't hit your first Okage, or if they have a way to negate it, or if you're against Revitalize where they can attack through the first Okage. He's really helpful and clutch to get those that last one battle award. 2 Daidara, really great card. A lot of the time I won just purely off Daidara. Like I didn't need the full ninja lineup in my discard pile. Like I didn't hit like the first Okage to sit there. I was able just to get like this in a Kabuto, and that's pretty much game. You get 4 BRs the first turn, and then 2 the next turn, and that's 6. And you usually are able to get 4 in the early game because you have a really rush oriented deck. So Daidara was really one of the key cards in the deck. 2 Kabuto. I really wanted him to be turn 5. I didn't realize he was turn 6, and that was unfortunate during one game. But yeah, he's just a really, really strong card too. 2 first Okage, the stall of the deck, and then cut the second down to 1. This is pretty much the only change. I cut this for the Ino, because as Saul said, you don't need a second Okage. It's just it's a good card to get extra hand costs to your hand, like extra wind or earth cards if you need the chakra. But he's not that crucial to winning the game. And then 3 mind transfer, best jutsu, one of the best jutsus, if not the best. Very rush oriented. 3 vacuum blaze to stop jutsus that are gonna lose you the game or to make sure your mind transfer goes through. This card was always pretty solid. A lot of the times I just held it in hand. So if they had a jutsu, I'd be able to negate it, but I tried to hold it for my Sakura's Tears hand cost, which is really important, because all the other win cards in the deck generally get played, so you have to hold on to an extra win card to play your Sakura's Tears. And 1 Wind Scythe. I wasn't a fan of this card. I never played it. I don't even think I used it as a wind hand cost. This is another card I would potentially cut for the Kirinai, because I do like the Hidan, and I'm not a huge fan of the Wind Scythe. And cutting this for a Kirinai would keep the win count intact. And then on to the missions. 3 Student Sensei, the draw power, 3 Sheikah's Decisions, Wind and Earth, Great Symbols, and the Search and Draw to get your stuff like Ino, Tamari, and then if you need a ninja, any ninja when you have Shikamaru out, you can get any ninja you want. And then the last 6 cards of the deck, the cards that make the deck, these 6 missions. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I changed up the sideboard a little bit. I really wanted to main deck these 2 cards as they seemed like extra win conditions to me. Danza's gonna get you 2 to 6 battle awards if they don't have a 6 drop by the time you revitalize or run your rebirth layer guys. And then this, since you mill all your deck, you are most likely gonna be able to hit the second effect or the 15 or 10 or whatever effect to win, but it just never seemed like that was necessary. Like if you get first Hokage out, you're probably gonna win already. So like this seemed a little unnecessary, and I put it in the sideboard. I don't really think I ended up sideboarding it because I just never ended up seeing a match where this would have helped more than like if I'm gonna get these cards out and like effectively, I'm probably already gonna win. So like they just seemed like I didn't want to take anything out of the main deck for them during most matchups. So, but they were cool in theory, but they never ended up actually doing anything. Alright, that's the deck profile. I will hopefully get more deck profiles from the tournament for you, but I can't guarantee that. And I will have an updated trade binder. I have both of the new Sakura and Hinata promos. They are for sale or trade, and you can find out more about that in my trade video, which will go up today or tomorrow. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Thanks, bye.